What are we going to do today? Acha, we were continuing with the adjustment of uncertainty. Uncertainty is there in everything. So why not in terms of accounting and obviously in terms of this area of projects. The projects can never be 100% certain. I cannot tell you that, but with my class, you can score 60 exact. How can I tell you about that? I can make an estimation based upon the topics we are covering, based upon the MCQs that I'm covering, but I cannot give you an assurance. Same thing goes here. When we talk about cash flows will vary no matter what we do. That's why we have to talk about the adjustment of uncertainty in the capital investment decisions. Uncertainty can be related to the area of investments, it can be related to the area of investments, initial cash flows, which is called also. Then we have, other than initial cash flows, we have annual inflows of cash. All these things are to be included, Hannah. So this is all we need to cover up. So all these things are to be covered in terms of understanding the uncertainty. But the uncertainty makes the entire specific project questionable, whether it is to be done or not. What is the first step in performing a sensitivity analysis? Sensitivity and scenario. Sensitivity was what? Sensitivity was when we can touch the particular thing or not. We can touch a particular thing and it causes sensitivity. Sensitivity is only one particular thing affecting it. है ना? If only one particular thing is affecting the entire organization, one variable. For example, I'm dust allergic. So that's one part. And that's it. है ना? Same thing goes with the other area. चलिए. Now comes conducting the analysis to determine the variable changes. Variable changes are different. Developing a mathematical understanding, identifying the factors that impact NPV or IRR, and the last one is gathering financial data. What's the answer? First step in performing a sensitivity analysis. The first step is always C. That is, you find the factors which affect. And among these factors, there would be one which would be affecting us badly. Not everything's going to be effective, or not everything is going to affect the organization. है ना? So answer is C. Everyone, which of the following variables are typically analyzed in sensitivity analysis to understand their impact on the project? Do we study only the NPV or IRR, or we study the market demand only? We just cannot see the demand only. We cannot look at the costs only. We cannot look at the revenue system only. है ना? So in this case, the correct answer is B. That is B. Which steps involve analyzing how changes in variables affect the NPV or a project? Acha everyone, which steps are involved? Identifying key factors, having mathematical connections, because again in equations are definitely there. है ना? Next is conducting an impact analysis or finalizing the project. Everyone, when we talk about this specific area of analyzing how changes in variables affect the NPV, changes in variables affect the NPV, I think you just have to look forward towards the specific key factors there. Conducting an impact analysis. Acha, haan. In the impact analysis, this is given in the book itself in the form of illustration. What you do is you take up various factors. This is actually identifying the factors, then putting up these factors to the changes. For example, In the book, they had given 10% change in initial investment. Then comes 5% or say 10% change in initial investment in annual inflows, and same 10% change in discounting factor. Which things affect you the most is what to be noted down. So answer is C. Look at this point, everyone. In what steps is the sensitivity analysis what is meant by developing a mathematical understanding? By creating graphs of it, developing the relationships and formulas between these areas, then writing the detailed project report and conducting market surveys. Everyone, Hanji? What is meant by developing a mathematical understanding? You need to see which particular thing impacts the most and which particular thing doesn't. Isn't it? So in this case, the right answer is B. That is establishing a relationship. You're trying to look into the relationships and formulas between variables. Variables means the things that we change. Variables are initial inflows, outflows, and all those things. है ना? So answer is B. Why is identifying the impact of NPV so crucial? IRR so crucial, everyone. To minimize the project duration, it doesn't really change the duration time. The focus on irrelevant variables to understand which factors are most significantly affect project success or to reduce the need. The answer here is C. You need to find out the one which is actually most significant. The one which affects the most has to be taken up. That is something which will affect the organization to a great extent that the organization will be scared कि we have to do this thing, right? Done. Now let's talk about the next point. See, I think सबसे ज़्यादा the most impactful among them is your annual cash inflows. When you reduce your annual cash inflows being affected, it can cause a lot of problems for the organization. Acha, everyone go ahead and download the app right away, because in the app you get all those previous year questions and extra free questions for your preparation as well, right? So whatever we are dealing in the classes, I think I'll be soon starting with my mini marathons and everything else for your batch as well. So I think this is the perfect time you should take up our app right away, because if it through any offer that you can come up with 78% to 80% discount over our courses, then I think you should purchase it right away, because once you've got the course you can start studying. The basic thing is that one person fails to decide is which particular course should I take. Once you've taken a specific course, after reviewing it, then you are done with it. So app can really help you out to look forward towards regular classes, है ना? Okay. Concept of the day time, everyone. What's the concept of the day? Scenario analysis. How is it different from sensitivity? Sensitivity is like I told you that array I'm dust allergic. That is what, if I am dust allergic, I am being sensitive to something. What if I tell you that I am dust allergic? I have issues with tomatoes and the change of season, pollen grains, and there are ultimately two, three more things. And all of these things happen together sometimes. People make mistakes and sometimes they don't even know about the allergies that they're facing. So, when multiple things create a more complex situation, that is scenario analysis. In sensitivity, you're taking just a controlled situation. One particular variable is changing and how much impactful it is. But in reality, scenario analysis comes up. Matlab, there are best case, worst case, all those things are to be taken up, and in consideration of all those things, the reality hits you. Right? That is how we define the scenario analysis. So let's understand how does it work. First of all, you have to identify the critical factors here as well. Because there are multiple things that would affect an organization. Then you find or generate future alternatives. Then develop scenarios. ये अच्छा पता है, this is a scenario, that is a scenario. When this worst situation happens, and what will we do? When this best situation happens, what will we do? All those things can be done, and these scenarios can be studied in a proper manner because they talk about the reality of the organization at a given point of time. Because one particular thing is never been the only thing that can change. For example, if your initial investment is hit, your annual cash inflows can also be hit. When two things are hit, how does it affect your cash inflow, your decision making? Your NPV becomes negative, your NPV becomes positive, it goes up, it goes down. And what happens to the organization decisions related to that specific area? Are they going accurate in terms of estimation and all? Their entire decision making can be changed. Now, what is the main difference between sensitivity and scenario? Sensitivity changes multiple variables simultaneously while scenario changes only one. Sensitivity analysis changes one variable at a time while scenario changes multiple. Both methods change multiple variables or both methods change one variable. Sensitivity changes one variable while scenario changes more than one variable. So in this case, what's going to be the answer? It has to be B. The answer is B. Okay? First and second both looks confusing, but the correct answer is B. In scenario analysis, what does a normal scenario represent? Actually, they have three scenarios now: best, worst, and base. Under scenario, which one is normal? It is best, it is worst, it is average, or no variables are changed. When nothing is changed, it is all stagnant. When things are all stagnant, I don't think there's a point then we can fight upon. In scenario analysis, the correct answer would come out to be C. We take it as average. If nothing good, nothing bad is specified, then it's better, no? You take up an average of the same. Done? Okay. चलिए. चलिए. The correct answer to this question would be C. Why is scenario analysis considered as a comprehensive than sensitivity? Simple. It is considering more than one thing at a time. It looks like the worst case, it only looks at the worst case scenario. Nahi, it never looks at the worst. Rather, it doesn't even look at only the best. It is so much sorted that it takes multiple things into consideration rather than taking consideration of only one particular thing, which is definitely wrong on behalf of the organization. It only takes about worst case, it changes only the few variables. It is considered interaction between multiple variables in the last one. It eliminates the need for sensitivity. Elimination of needs for sensitivity is definitely not there. You have to study individual things and how does it affect badly. Then only the major things can be taken up now. The correct answer is multiple variables. When we take up multiple variables, we're talking about C. We're taking multiple variables under different scenarios and everything can be changed accordingly. Done, everyone? How does a scenario analysis help in decision making, everyone? How does the scenario analysis help in decision making? Scenario analysis is taking up the bigger picture. If multiple things are being changed, है ना? Done? When we talk about the specific area of scenario analysis, scenario means taking up multiple. We have different scenarios, and we're picking up at different outcomes. So answer is C again. We are showing a different range of outcomes which affect the organization. What is the primary purpose of developing different scenarios, everyone? चलिए, when we talk about the different cases, it is done to make B. That is to understand how different variables and different interactions impact the organization. Done? B. Chaliye then, everyone. Thank you so much for being there. But before I end my session, please go ahead and take up our revision batch. Our case study and revision batches have just started. All you need to do is go on to our website, Adda 24/7. Look at this. Go on to the organization, that is www.adda247.com. Once you go on to the website, now when you go to the area of specifically the JIB and CIB area, go into the specific area and go on to the area of CIB June 2024. In this area, go ahead and check it out. Our batches are there, the comprehensive batches and the case study batches. I would suggest you to go for the case study batch because you get a lot of information in this area. All you need to do is click on the area of buy now and use the code Y5541. As soon as you apply it, done. Okay then. Thank you everyone. Go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. Download the specific file right away. Thank you.